Hi, I'm Jennifer and I'm making homemade Nutter Butters today. So I started off by making peanut butter cookies. I'll post the recipe a little bit later, but they're basic peanut butter cookies. And I'm gonna make the filling. It's kind of like a buttercream, so I'm doubling the recipe because there's never enough to go around. They're great for the freezer, and of course, when you have one, you need four. So extra is always a good thing. So in my mixer, I have a stick of butter, and I'm adding 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, a full cup of peanut butter. Well, it's actually 3 cups of powdered sugar, but if I was making a single batch, it would have been 1.5 cups. So this is great. It's the Measure All cup. They have them in different sizes. I like it because you can do solids and liquids in the same. This is my scoop and serve. It's great for the bottom of the peanut butter jar. There's nothing like, you know, when you have the mayonnaise and it's almost empty and you're trying to scrape the bottom of it with a butter knife and you're just making marks in the bottom. So this is one of those tools, you don't know how much you need it until you need it. See, it's better than a spatula because of the way it's shaped, so it gets in all of the little nooks and crannies of the jar. Spatulas are great, but you need the right tool for the right job. So I push it in to get the air pockets out. Hey, that worked out pretty good. I had a backup jar because I knew I was getting low, but it looks like this might be enough. So I started with the butter softened. Usually when I'm going to make something, I know the day before, so when I first wake up in the morning, I just take the butter out, the eggs out, and I just let them sit on the counter for a little while. Come to room temperature. You can always use a little extra peanut butter, right? Awesome. I got everything I could out of that jar. Now the second thing I like about this is that when I'm trying to put it into the container, I don't have to scoop it again. Let me show you what that looks like, sorry. So I filled it up for 1 cup of peanut butter. Watch this, ready? It's awesome. Cool, so I have my softened butter, peanut butter, powdered sugar. I need milk. So I could use, it needs 4 tablespoons of whole milk, and rather than do it, I have on this one on the liquid side, there's the measurements for cups and ounces and tablespoons. So I need 4 tablespoons of milk. And next is my vanilla extract. I make my own vanilla extract. It's not hard. I just Googled it online and it turns out it's just vodka and vanilla beans. And I was like, I have both. So you take about 4 vanilla beans. I buy mine on Amazon. Slice them the long way and put them in a big mason jar. Fill it with vodka. It doesn't have to be the fancy stuff. And then you put it in your cupboard and you shake it every day for months, basically. Just whenever I go in there for something else, I grab it, I shake it. Let me see. Ha! So you can see I'm almost getting low, so I'll be making a new one, but I have my vanilla beans in there and I just give it a shake when I'm grabbing something from the cupboard. But you can, I appreciate being able to make my own as much as I can. It cuts out some of the preservatives. And so that's it. I'm gonna put the mixer back on. While that's mixing, I'll put my milk away. I've already prepared a decorating bag so we can fill the cookies. Now I was thinking as I was making it that it's a buttercream, which is what most frostings are made out of anyways, so you could mix this up. It doesn't have to be for peanut butter cookies. You could use chocolate chips and do like a hazelnut, Nutella kind of filling with the butter instead of the peanut butter. You could pretty much write your own ticket if you want to do strawberries and cream, do some jam in there. That would be delicious. Double checking my recipe because there's nothing worse than skipping something because you weren't looking carefully. Okay, so I like to put my decorator bag in a big cup so it gives it some support, and I just pull the edges over. I have great fondness for a good spatula. It sounds silly, but I've had the cheap ones that you buy thinking you're saving money, and these aren't that much more expensive than the cheap ones, but man, they are worth their weight, and they're worth my weight in gold. So just something to think about. If you don't have a good quality spatula, that's something that I feel is pretty important. So I just shake it down and squeeze it down until it gets there. So what I would do is just turn over half of the cookies. It's nice to line them up by size too, so that way when you're putting them together, they match. Okay, so you want to twist the end just like this. And I'm gonna start in the center. I don't know if you can see that. Let me angle it down a little bit. Oops. Okay, that's better. So I'm gonna start in the center, and I'm gonna swoosh, make it a little rose. This is how I would decorate cupcakes. It's just an easy way to do the filling for the peanut butter cups. Even pressure, and then you release and just bring up the tip. Let me do that again so you can see. So I get the air out again, start in the center. And then I can put this back in the cup while I assemble. So there we go. So this is what it's gonna look like. You got delicious cookies, and then of course the cream filling in the middle, and it's addicting. I have to tell you, I love it so much. These are my favorite cookies. I like chocolate chip, I like oatmeal raisin, but honestly, peanut butter cookies bring joy to my heart. So that's it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. And if you get a chance to check out my Facebook page, it's called Food and Friends with Jennifer Mele. That's me. And I'd love to help you any way I can, either to find the products that you need or even recipes that use what you already have. Because I'm a big believer in using what you have and making the best of it. So that's great. So I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks.